The Milwaukee Bucks are moving on to the conference finals for the first time in a long time, and this Bucks versus Milwaukee Game 7 was one of the most entertaining Game 7s I've ever seen in a while, let alone, it was just one of the most entertaining playoff games I've seen in a while. The Bucks did end up taking the win 115 to 111, and man, this was an entertaining game, and to be honest, it didn't get that exciting until the fourth quarter, as that's where it really took off. There was like 20 plus lead changes in this game, 10 ties. It was just crazy stats. You didn't know who was gonna win right until the end, but man, basically, like I said again, the first three quarters, it was competitive. Both teams were going back and forth, but first, let's start talking about Kevin Durant. Man, so much respect for him. 48 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds, shooting 4 for 11 from the three-point land, and 17 for 36 from the field. He played 53 minutes. This man did not take a single break. Even though the Nets lost, we do have to give our hats off to Kevin Durant, playing his heart out tonight. He had that buzzer beater, to get it to overtime. Man, that buzzer beater shot was crazy tough, but in the fourth quarter, Kevin Durant absolutely took over scoring-wise. The Nets just gave it to him as, James Harden, he's struggling, man. That injury, that hamstring injury, he's still not explosive. We barely see him drive to the rim. He was just shooting three-pointers. He had 22 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, going 2 for 12 from the three-point land, so again, could not get it going tonight, but man, Kevin Durant, he was getting everywhere tonight. His mid-range pull-up games were unstoppable. We got to see that, little fierce rivalry again against, the one of the best defenders in the league right now in, PJ Tucker. So that was really exciting to see. But, man, we got to give our hats off to Bruce Brown as well. The stats may not show it. He only had 14 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds, shooting 7 for 9 from the field. He played 52 minutes. Respect that to him. He only sat out like 2 or 1 minute. So, the hustle plays this man has down the stretch, late in the fourth quarter and overtime. He got some rebounds and just tipped it. That made it the Nets' possession again. So, this whole series, Bruce Brown emerged into basically, one of the Nets' most reliable players this series, with Kyrie Irving out and James Harden injured. And we got to give our respects out to him. His floater game this series, his defense, his hustle, his rebounds, his determination. This whole series was exceptional, and we can't really say anything negative about that. Blake Griffin did get fouled out in the overtime. But man, again, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 3 for 6 on the three-point line, playing 40 minutes. For Blake Griffin to do this numbers at this age, obviously he's not that old, but, for playing that horribly in Detroit and to come up this season for the Nets and, play big minutes and playoff. 40 minutes isn't something, small to, put up a double-double in a Game 7. And so respect out to Blake Griffin. But in the fourth quarter, Milwaukee was up, man. Milwaukee was up. They were up 4 with like 30 seconds left, and Kevin Durant, man, just too good. He shot that fadeaway, almost 3, but then the game went into overtime, and in overtime, there was only like 6 total points scored. I think a little bit more than 6, maybe like 15 points total scored in overtime. Barely anyone scored. Milwaukee, obviously Giannis had that little jump hook at the end. And then that basically sealed the deal. And then Kevin Durant, he tried to hit the game winner, but he airballed it. And that's fatigue setting in. Playing 52 minutes is no joke. Man, Joe Harris did not have a good game tonight. 10 points, shooting 3 for 9 from the three-point land. But that's basically it for the Nets side. All respect to them, but it's just disappointing what injuries did to them this season. Obviously, Kyrie Irving injured. James Harden not 100%. I really believe, yes, obviously Kyrie Irving's out, but even if James Harden was a little more explosive and his hamstring wasn't bothering him, this was all Nets, and the Nets really could have won this series. But now let's talk about the Nets. I mean, the Bucks. We have to give our respects out. There's no other way to put it. They battled this whole series, and I'm honestly happy that they made it this far. Respects out to PJ Tucker, 11 points, 5 rebounds, shooting 3 for 5 from the three-point land. Man, PJ Tucker this whole game, defensively, effort-wise, his energy this game put into Kevin Durant guarding him late down the stretch. That's honestly what won, the Bucks this series. Respect out to him a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo, another career night, 40 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. going 15 for 24 from the field. He played 50 minutes tonight, so big minutes from Giannis, some nice points down the stretch. You know, I'm honestly really happy that Milwaukee finally gets past the second round. Obviously, we've seen it kind of like a curse. Brook Lopez had a nice block down the stretch on Kevin Durant when Kevin Durant was driving to the lane. So, Brook Lopez did his role. 19 points, 8 rebounds in 46 minutes. And now let's talk about Jrue Holiday. I was on Twitter halfway through this game. People were saying that he's turning into Eric Bledsoe 2.0. But honestly, in the fourth quarter and a little bit of the end of the third, he stepped up. This whole game, he could not get it going, only shooting 5 for 23 from the field. But in the fourth quarter, he had some, he had a mid-range pull-up that tied the game where they got the lead there. But he had 13 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. And that's basically it for the Bucks side. Again, man, injuries derailed this series. It's just so sad to see, but major respect to Brooklyn. Major respect to both teams. Brooklyn Nets, obviously, they're going to have to, it's just hard to say what the Nets have to do next. I'm going to have to make a video on that, but again, I believe that the Nets would have easily took this series in Game 6 if Kyrie never got injured, just on, unforeseen circumstances. And as for Milwaukee, man, hats off to Milwaukee. We can't even say anything bad about them. They battled this whole series. They were down 2-0. And to come back in Game 7 and win on the road, not even in their home court, that's honestly crazy. And what Giannis did this series is really proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of people were meaning him about his free throws, but man, he got past the Bucks and he got past the Nets. And for the Bucks, this is major improvement, man. They finally got over that hump that everyone's talking about. Oh, they can't get past the second round. Oh, they can't do this. They can't do this. But now they're in the conference finals. They're going to verse the Atlanta Hawks, or they are going to face off against Philadelphia, which I think that the Hawks are going to pull it out. But Game 7 is tomorrow, so be sure to expect another post-game analysis of that game. But man, this is going to end off the video. Comment down below what your guys' thoughts on this game are. Respects out to Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in the league, if not the best this game. He showed out. And both teams battling hard, giving us fans an exciting and entertaining Game 7 to talk about. But yeah, make sure to subscribe for daily NBA playoff content. The finals are just around the corner, so you don't want to miss another video. Make sure to turn on the bell. Like I said again, the game just ended and we're already dropping a video. But with all that being said, I'm gonna stop talking, leave a comment in the comment section, and with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.